Hi, welcome to Qbox's quick tips and tricks. In this tutorial, we'll deep dive into copying QuickBooks files into Qbox. There are 3 methods to copy QuickBooks files into Qbox for the first time. Before beginning, please ensure that your company file is completely closed. The first method is to use the Qbox copy utility, which is best if you're unsure of where your company file resides. To use this utility, you'll open up the Qbox Explorer, select File, and then copy QuickBooks files. Qbox will recommend you first make a backup of your company file. After you've done so, you can select Continue. Next, Qbox will ask you which drive your company file resides. If you are unsure, you can select All. If you know exactly which drive, you can only select that option. Qbox will then do a lookup of all the company files on your selected drive. Qbox will display all the QuickBooks files on that drive that you selected. You can select which file you want to move over, and then to the right, you'll select which folder you want to move that file to. Once you've made both selections, you can select Continue. If you receive an error, it may be because the file is still open in QuickBooks. Please close the file and click Copy again. Once all files have copied successfully, we recommend you rename the file in the previous folder to avoid inadvertent access. You can do this by selecting the Rename option. The old file will still remain on your PC, it just has the old in front of it. The next option is Copy and Paste. This method is best used if you know exactly where your company file resides on your PC. You'll first set your sync mode to manual and enable all files by checking the Hide Items Not Shared option. Next, you'll navigate to the company file location on your PC using the File Explorer. If you don't know where your company file resides, you can open up QuickBooks. Under the No Company Open, it'll show you the location of where your company files actually reside. You can then follow this path on the File Explorer. Once you've located your file in the File Explorer, you'll select the QBW company file and TLG file. You'll right-click Copy. Next, you'll open up the Qbox Explorer, and you can right-click and paste in the correct folder. From there, you can select to hide items not shared so you can only see the company file, and you can change the sync mode back to auto. In this method, we still recommend you rename the files in the previous folder to avoid inadvertent access. The last option to copy a QuickBooks file into Qbox is using a QuickBooks backup. If you have a QuickBooks backup, you'll first open up the Qbox Explorer and set the Qbox sync mode to manual. Next, you can restore the backup file and save it directly into the Qbox sync folder. To begin the restore process, we'll first open up the QuickBooks application. From here, you'll select File, open or restore a company file, restore a company file, select the backup, and then you can choose the sync folder. If you are unsure of where your sync folder actually resides, the path is actually displayed in the Qbox Explorer up at the top. After you restore the file, you can jump back into your Qbox Explorer. After the restore, if the files are not displayed in your Qbox Explorer, click the refresh button in the upper right-hand corner of the Qbox Explorer. Once you see the file, you can then change the sync mode back to auto. After you've closed out of the company file, Qbox will begin syncing it. And that wraps it up for our Qbox quick tips and tricks. If this video was helpful, make sure you like and subscribe.